That's I
Okay,
feel like that's wrong.
Thirsty. I have a girl code that I
He
think
can't like.
everybody will
He
probably
can't
agree
like.
with.
I don't care if it's a picture of the dog on the page.
What
Nobody
you
better
gonna do though?
like me.
Like I feel like you should look at it like I deserve this. Yes, this is my money.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Melanated Opinion. It's your girl Melissa.
Hey girl, hey, it's Takara.
I'm Shanita.
I'm Crystal, and what up, peoples?
And today we're gonna be talking about the natural hair journey slash movement. How do y'all feel about this natural hair movement? Do y'all like it? Do y'all think you're too lazy to keep up with it? Do you prefer the big chop? Let me know.
I will say I was against it. It took me a long time to get here. I am natural now, so let me say that I'm natural now, but it took me a very long time to go natural. I was against it. I'm always gonna be the last person to jump on the train because I was like, no, it's too much work. This is what I was thinking initially. It's too much work, and I was like, no, it's not for me. But I'm here now, and you know, it's not as bad as what I thought it would be. What about y'all? Like, did y'all do it in the beginning or what?
So I actually, maybe like 4 years ago, I tried to go natural and I did it for about 6 months. And so I was like, I can't, I don't have the time to be working with my hair like this. And so I got a perm. And then last year, I just started getting braids more often. So I didn't need a perm. And I'm still basically doing the same thing. So it's not that I necessarily went natural intentional. However, I'm kind of, I guess, in the transition stage because a good portion of my hair is still permed.
So are you going to go fully natural? Or are you just
Probably not. Because, and I also started getting something called a keratin treatment, which basically is a chemical that's put on your hair and it helps reduce like some of the like frizz that you get, you know, if you're natural, you go out and the humidity just kind of blows your hair up. So it kind of helps with some of that. So when I do have my hair like not in braids, it's a little bit easier for me to work with because I just don't have the time to commit to washing my hair and doing a style and it taking up 4 hours. I just don't have that type of time.
And for me, I always had like long hair, but what started happening was my hair started thinning. And to me, it kind of looked like spaghetti noodles. Like it'd be long, but it was kind of stringy. Mm-hmm. So I wanted my hair to appear fuller. So that's why I went natural. When I transitioned, I tried, waiting. But what happened was when I was getting protective styles, I took it down and I was listening to some coworkers and they told me to wet it first and it, comb out the knots. But when I did that, my hair like literally tangled. Mm-hmm. It was so bad. Like I couldn't do anything with it. And thankfully, one of my coworkers was a hairstylist. So she like ended up cutting my hair. But a lot of people didn't see my hair, like the length of it until I was able to put it in a puff. But to me, it's easier to transition once, all of it is cut off, like once you do the big chop. But I probably transitioned for a few months before that happened. But I like it. I definitely agree. I've been natural for about, I'd say 4 or 5 years now. I feel like actually, yeah, when I was younger, I didn't even know about the natural hair journey. Like I ended up seeing it from people from my school and, it started getting big on YouTube, the whole big chop, trend or whatever. So I ended up doing a big chop, cutting my hair. And I honestly think that is the best option to do, let it grow out a little bit, then big chop it. Cause like you would literally see the difference. Like your hair is like way more healthy when you do it that way than, I feel like transitioning.
But Melissa, you were natural like 2 years before I even went natural. And I didn't think about it or nothing just because like it really seemed like it was harder to do than what it actually is for me. Once I actually went natural, my hair was like super short. Not like a fade, but like a TWA, right? So that's what it was.
What's a TWA?
It's like a teeny weeny
afro.
I never heard of
that. YouTube has videos full of it, and it actually says TWA. I didn't know what it was at first either. So that's how my hair was. And so for me, it was like, that was easy to wash. Like the easiest thing I had ever done. I would wash my hair multiple times a week. It was just that easy. Like you don't have to worry about blow drying it or nothing. You can do the whole co-wash thing, and it's just super easy. And get in a hairstyle that you can wear alike. So mine was kind of like short on the side, but like bigger in the middle, almost like a mohawk kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to do the big chop, for me, it's like I say do it in a style that is going to be easy to like maintain. You don't have to do a lot of work. You can get it cut like that. But also I say that it wasn't as hard for me as I thought it was going to be. That was just me, like it seemed harder than what it was when you actually do it. Do y'all feel like once you went natural, do you think it was actually hard?
It was for me only because I'm so used to seeing longer hair that I really just did not like my hair short. Like when I went natural, I never wanted the afro or what I just wanted the puff, like the little curly puff, or I wanted to be able to straighten my hair and that's it. Like and still now, I don't think I've ever just worn my hair like in an afro. Like you gonna either see it in the puff or probably see it in the puff or protective styles.
Me personally, I do think it was easier once I went natural because I feel like a lot of people, like the main issue is finding hairstyles that they like and it's low maintenance. So I feel like you need to do that before you do the big chop and all that because it's like, oh, I don't want to want my hair out like this. What do I do? What do I do? But if you already did that beforehand, go ahead and make a list, take pictures, do whatever you need to do so you can go ahead and, it'll be quick and fast. And like for me, I did braids. Once I did my big chop, I did straight braids. You didn't see my hair for a minute until I could put it in a puff. Because I definitely wore braids everywhere. So I definitely think that's a good protective style and a way to grow your hair.
I also say it's gonna be trial and error. Like, because I think because we've been relaxed for so long, it's just easy, second nature. But when you are natural, like everything is trial and error. Like I tried to do a hairstyle that I used to wear all the time when I was natural, like wash it and then roll it up with some hair rollers, thinking it was gonna last me the whole week. I hated the hairstyle. So that was a trial and an error. But I found other things that work for me.
And it's funny that you say that because for me, when I had a perm, it's like, I don't know, my hair was soft. So like I could literally get my hair done and it'd be curly when I'm in the shop. But the minute that I step outside, it's like everything just fall. Like my hairstylist tried everything. She was like, well, cut it in layers. That'll make it last long. It didn't. So I feel like the same thing with a perm is the same issues I have as natural too. Because like if I do a twist out, like I see the definition while I'm in the house, but the minute I step outside, my hair gets frizzy, it starts to shrink up. So I don't know. I think I just kind of have weird hair. And I know one of the difficult things for me was having to find what products works better for me because my sister has a different texture. So she can use more liquidy products. And if I try to use it, it's not doing anything for my hair. I end up having to use more creamy and thick products. So it's kind of like you're going to spend a lot of money because you really have to kind of go through the products to find the best one for you.
So did you let your hair dry when you did the twist outs?
No, I wash my hair and then I do it. Now, once I retwist it, after it dry, because it takes like 2 days for my hair to dry. So once I take it down, then it will do it.
I was saying, yeah, you can't. No, you left out that part that you didn't let it fully dry because I'm like, I feel like twist outs usually work like that's something real quick. You can wear it for like a week or and a half or more, whatever you want to do. So I was like, I wonder, why was it frizzing like that? Because that never happened to me. So I had to.
So once you wash your hair, like you don't do anything to it. You let it.
Oh no. I do. I wear it like, I do 2 braids and then I wear it in my puff and let it dry.
So you twist it dry, or you twist it after it dries and then you put product on it while you're twisting it?
No, so basically right when I get out the shower after washing my hair, I put moisturizer on it, leave-in conditioner, oil, and then I do a style that I'm finna wear the whole week while it's wet. And I'll let it dry that way.
Let me say this. Melissa is like the natural hair queen, or at least for me, she is, because I don't know anything about anything. And you see how quick she responded to your question? Like, if you have a question or if you want to know about hair, go to Melissa. Like she tried to tell me how to do my hair, and then I'll try it. It looks horrible. She comes and does the exact same thing she told me to do, and it's 2 different hairstyles. I don't know what happened.
Oh wow. And that's
Some
I
people
guess
just
that's
have the
how I
magic
am. It
touch.
don't look right.
Wait, you said what?
I said some people just have the magic touch, you know?
Yeah, it's practice. You know, I've been doing that a little bit longer than my mom, so this probably has like I can probably look and tell what's wrong with your hair just because I've been on the natural hair journey a little bit longer than her.
So for me,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Shanita.
I was just about to say, like for me, I don't understand what's wrong with my twist because it'll look okay, but once I take it out, so am I not twisting it tight enough?
Do you let it dry out the way?
Yeah, I'll leave it twisted for 2 days before I untwist it.
But is it dry?
Yeah, it'll be dry in 2 days.
Okay, so I would say you probably need to change up the product that you're using. Like make sure it's a product full of moisture, like it's something that actually moisturizes your hair and also gives you some type of definition as well. And it also may be the way you're taking it down. Like how do you take your twist down? Like you can't.
Okay, so I know now there might be an issue too because I think it's hard for me to split my hair equally. So I'll be borrowing some hair from one side when it gets I'm
supposed to do that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I tried the oil, like I know they say put oil on your hand and then untwist it. I tried that as well. So I do try to separate it where it naturally separates, but sometimes I do might have a couple of tangles.
Yeah, whenever you have a tangle, don't pull it apart because that's going to make it frizzy and look like you've been having it for a few days, even though it's new. So, and whenever you're twisting, do not borrow no hair. Don't do that.
So I'm supposed to start over?
Yeah, you probably either going to have to fix it or just let it go the way that it's, you know what I'm saying? Just twist it the way that it's twisting because you don't want your hair to be messed up. Like it happens.
Okay.
So I don't use a lot of products on my hair because again, I'm kind of natural at the roots, but the other part of my hair is straight. But my daughter, she is, obviously her hair is natural. And I have tried to do twist outs on her hair. And I think they don't always turn out the way that, it just is different every time. But I think what it is that I have been like borrowing hair when I feel like a part is too small. And I think that's probably what would make the difference. So that's a good tip that I don't think I ever considered.
Yes, keeping it moisturized and don't borrow.
And also for me, even when you finish your taking it down, it's not gonna look as good. Somehow Melissa with her natural hands, she know how to make it fuller and like hide the parts and do all that. So it takes talent to do that.
Yes, now that I still struggle with. Now I try to pick where you kind of pick it, and it doesn't work for me. So that's why I always end up in a puff. But another question, it was like for me, once my hair be dry after the 2 days, but once I take it down, like say for instance, I wear it to work and I come back home and I retwist it in the way that I want, it does look better then than it does before, like originally. But it just be stringy, like my like how people can wear their twist out. I can't. Like I have too many spaces. Like I guess my hair is not thick.
No, like so whenever you take the twist down, do you have a pick? So like make sure you pick it at the root. Do you do that?
Oh, my bad. Yes, I do. Like I hold it and I, lift it up with the pick. I don't go all the way through, but I lift the root up.
Yeah. So so basically what I do is I lift it up with the pick and then I spread it out with my hand. So like when you see the gaps at, like not pull it apart, but like just try to cover it and make it look fuller. Like, just kind of fluff it out, shake it, do whatever you need to do.
She making it sound easy, but I know the struggle.
Right.
Trial and error. Like you said, Mom, trial and error.
No,
and I think, it's about finding like whatever the style is that's going to work for your type of hair, because even though, Melissa can make a twist out look good, her hair might be a little fuller or thicker. So maybe those styles, you just have to find one that is suited for your type of hair.
Yeah, but my hair is super thick and I still have those spaces and gaps. So I think it's just knowing how to cover it and like if once I don't retwist it at night when I take it down, I just put a bonnet on it, and day two, it kind of the parts and all that kind of disappear and go in together, so it looks better to me day two because yeah.
I've always heard people say that day two twist outs look better than the first day. I've always heard that.
Yes. But I can't go to sleep with just the bunny. Like I do. Now I'm not gonna take my time and twist like all the different ones I have, but I might put it in bigger twists, but I have to twist it. Because if not, to me, my hair be more matted.
I never twisted mine either.
Really?
I never had to do that.
Okay, what kind of bunny do y'all use?
Just the regular bunny.
No, like is it big or like the one I have? I feel like it's more like to my head. Like I don't have a lot of space.
Oh, that's probably why. Then you may need to get a bigger one for your hair. So
because you slipping off at night.
But like it's different kind of bunnies. Like some of them have the loose band, and then some of them have the band where you can actually tie it, and that's probably what you need to get.
Okay.
You're on mute.
It's muted.
Oh, my bad. I have a question for you too, Takara. So you said that you're transitioning, but you say you may not ever go natural?
Right. And I don't even know that you would call it transition because I'm not doing it intentionally. It's just that I right now I just am liking the braids, and so I wear them more often. So there's just not a need to be perming my hair, with the braids in it. So I'm in a transitioning phase, not intentional, but that's just where I am. So honestly, 6 months from now, if I decide I don't want to rock these braids that often, I might get me a good old perm.
So have you been cutting your ends?
Yeah, I go get it done, when it's not in braids. And there's a person that I found, she does really good, what is it called? Silk presses. So I go to her and she trims my ends and, all of that good stuff. So yeah, no, she's still taking care of the hair, but it is, you can tell the difference in my ends that they are, and I almost feel like my ends are actually starting to get weaker now because my hair at the root is so strong, if that makes any sense. Mm-hmm. So I do feel like my hair is kind of starting to break and shed a bit more than it used to.
I feel like speaking of
go natural.
Wait, what?
I say you might as well go natural at this point.
As long as I can wear braids, because I'm telling you, I don't like the patience, and I'm also not like a early morning person. So I literally get up and I gotta hit the floor running because I'm not gonna I don't give myself no extra time to do anything extra. So if I wake up and my head looks crazy, I don't want to go to work like that. And I don't really wear wigs or hats or anything like that. So my hair needs to be presentable, like right away.
Speaking of natural hairstylists, it's extremely hard to find good natural hairstylists that actually wash and trim. Like I'm telling you, they charge on charge on charge. They charge for every single thing. And I kind of feel like it's unfair to us because they're charging like prices for, butt length braids, box braids. And it's just like, I'm just trying to get my natural hair styled, and they're like charging the arm and the leg for it. And I kind of feel like that's kind of unfair because I get charging your worth, but I don't think that's what it is. I think they're trying to get over on us because they're not that qualified to me in my area.
I just want to say it depends on who you going to, because for me, with my natural hair, especially when I first went natural, I was very sensitive about my hair because for me, I know I'm gonna kind of take my time, brush it, part it. But when I was going to a beautician, it was kind of like she was being rough. Like, you're not gonna do that to your hair. So I feel like sometimes you do have to pay a little bit more because natural hair does take time. And if you want somebody to, treat it and do it right, and a lot of the natural hairstylists here, they be doing like, I don't know if it's some type of, it's like a steam treatment and it's like a whole bunch of stuff that they do before they actually do your style. So I think some of it is worth it. but if you getting quality outcome.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a lot of people that actually, for one, know how to do it or do what you just said, like the hair treatments and the steam. They don't do, a lot of them don't do that. So it's kind of like, so what I'm, it's kind of like I have to do my own hair because it's just not a lot of people out here that do it.
Yeah. So what products do y'all use? I'm kind of like Shanita. I have to use a heavy cream or something based product because this little oil stuff is not gonna do anything. So I use like the olive oil cream on my hair because for me it helps keeps my hair moisturized the most, like an everyday moisturizer. What do y'all use?
So for Carrington, I use I think it's called Cantu, CANTU. Is that right? So I use a lot of those products on her hair because she has really thick hair and it doesn't hold like moisture very well. So the creams do tend to work best for her.
You want to know, that's very interesting because I've heard a lot of bad things about Cantu, and it really does not work for people's hair. So I'm wondering if like the kids one is a little different. Is it the kids one that you use?
No, I use the adult ones, and I also use their whole line. I mean, I use a mix of things, and some things I find like when I was trying to do twist outs on her hair, and I would use this like gel slimy stuff. When I would take her hair down, it would be super flaky and almost make it look dirty and unwashed. And then I find when you mix certain products together, it also creates that same effect of like flakiness. So really it is trial and error for each person.
And they say a best way to do that is if you put it kind of on your hand, put both products and kind of rub it. And if it starts to have like white little balls or something like that, you kind of know.
Because I've gotten those white balls when I have been like detangling her hair and then I put on like a cream.
Yeah.
I have gotten that, but I didn't know to stop going.
With that, sometimes if you do like the cream, then put an oil and then put the third product, that kind of helps because it's kind of like the oil seals it some. And it don't mix as much. But that's why I couldn't use Eco Solid Gel with a lot of stuff because that did a lot too.
Wait, is the brown gel?
Eco Solid Gel, it's like an argan oil one with a red top and the olive something.
It's basically
with a green
clear.
top.
It's a clear.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was waiting for Melissa to come back with some type of expert opinion on it.
Me too. I thought you were going to give us some suggestions.
No.
So what products do you use?
I'm so sorry. I didn't even hear it.
What products do you use?
It depends on what style I'm trying to achieve. So if I'm trying to do something like with the two braids at the front, right after I wash it, I use Gorilla Snot and gel, like Eco Solid Gel, and I mix those two and like, just do the braid. It works for a while, but like y'all said, after a while it starts flaking, so that's when I'll take it down and wash it. But if I'm not using that, I use Shea Moisture, like their shampoo and conditioner that does my hair really good and it detangles, and also Mixed Chicks. Mixed Chicks is really good.
Yeah, I like Mixed Chicks. I use their shampoo, conditioner. I've tried their gel. I've tried their whole line. I like all of it. But it's not the cheapest thing, but I really like it.
Yeah. So I think it's Michelle. Is it Michelle? Or
yeah, I know
Michelle.
She has an oil that I use when we have. I feel like it's pronounced different. Like it's not pronounced Michelle.
It's like Mielle or something like that.
Mielle. Yeah. That's what it's called, Mielle. So I use the oil and it seems to work really good when Carrington and I have braids, as far as like keeping our scalps, I guess not moisturized, but I guess keep it from getting, flaky and dry. So
is it just regular oil? Like what kind of oil is it?
It's like in a little thing, and it has a little thing that you press and the oil comes in it, and you just add the drops all over and kind of massage it in.
I've been actually wanting to try her products because I've heard a lot of good things.
Yeah, I like it.
Products, so I wanted to try it.
And it didn't work for me.
No.
I love the way it smells and stuff, but
it does smell good too.
I haven't tried the oil, but I tried the cream. And then I think they have like an overnight mask or something. It feels good on my hair while it's kind of wet, but once it dries and I take it down, it freezes real bad. For me, I found it's like Shea Moisture, Jamaican Black Castor Oil. That works really, really good on my hair, and it kind of keeps the moisture. Because what I learned is, to me, it seems like if once you wash your hair, if your hair immediately gets wet, then more liquidy products work better for you. But if it takes a while to get your hair wet, then more creamy products works better for you. And so that's how I am. Also, it was another Jamaican Black castor oil, but it was green. I forget. Okay, it's by Okay. When I tell you that, like immediately when you put it on your hair, it feels so good. But again, it dries out. So once it dries out, it's kind of like it's not really giving the definition. But it's like, what do you do? Do you prefer to have it feel good in the moment, or would you rather have the outcome of the results and definition? Melissa.
I was gonna say, I kind of feel like Jamaican Black castor oil, some of them are hit or miss. Like, I think the original one, that one did wonders. Like, my hair grew, but that green one that you're talking about is my hair does not work well with that one at all. I don't know if it's what's in the ingredients or what, but I think you, like I said, like y'all been saying this whole time, it's whatever works for your hair.
And then too, I liked it when I was transitioning. I like my curls, like I feel like they was bigger, but you had my perm ends kind of pulling on it. So I'm thinking my hair gonna be like a good curl pattern. No, it's like super, super tight and curly. But like my sister hair, hers is not like that. I feel like her hair is a little bit more wavier. And then for me, like because I wear a lot of puffs, like if I put Eco Solid Gel, it'll flatten it a little, but I still have to like tie my hair with a scarf in order for it to lay down. If not, it's just gonna be kind of frizzy. And then it's like in the back, it kind of roll down like it's nappy or something.
Hold on. Do you put water on it?
Yes, I use a brush. I put the water, and somebody told me I was just putting the product on the top, and so they was like, because of your hair, you need to kind of put some in between and middle, and that'll help it. I did all of that. Then somebody was using like what is it? Pink moisture. Remember the pink bottle?
Pink luster.
What?
Pink luster.
I thought it was called something else when we was growing up.
It was like that pink oil that.
It's not oil, it's like pink lotion.
Yeah, pink lotion, but it has oil in it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they was like, oh, I just use that and that does my hair. No.
Yeah,
like,
that don't work good for my hair either. And for my puffs, like I actually spray my puff with water and oil as well as putting EcoStyle around my entire perimeter. So like, and then sometimes I actually wet my brush. Like that helps too. So I wet the brush and then put the EcoStyle in it. Like my hair looks super wavy. So, but I also want to say that my curl pattern is a little looser as well. So
see, that makes a difference. Mine is more coarse and so it needs some extra work.
Yeah, my hair is like yours. Yeah, like the Eco Styler is not going to do anything to my hair except for maybe help it curl. It's not going to lay it flat. It's not going to be do anything where it's supposed to be down. I need something like the big boys, whatever that is in gel for my hair.
You just have to wash your hair more often, and you're going to have to keep that style in longer if you use that black gel, because once you start moving that around, it's going to start flaking and all kinds
like
of stuff.
the brown gel that like from the 90s.
Yeah.
Now, I have used a mixture between the Eco Solid Gel and the jam in the black container. That does, you don't like it?
Jam, you know what? As a matter of fact, I supposedly have some on my edges now, but you can't tell because jam is like liquid grease or something. It doesn't do anything but make it shiny.
Like, well, it works for me. And then Melissa made a good point too. Now, when I first went natural and once I straightened my hair for the first time, oh my goodness, it was so pretty, thick and full. Yeah. But I was washing my hair every week. And then on the next week I would co-wash, and then I was like kind of switching it. So 1 week I use shampoo, the next week I'll use co-wash. But I was literally washing my hair, conditioning it every week. Once I kind of got lazy after that first year, it might be 2 sometimes 3, and then I wash it. But I can tell a difference in the growth of my hair. So I think that's what kind of it is. My hair is really long, but it's not as thick and full as it was that first year because I was taking more time with it.
But I feel like if you wash your hair that often, like the oils you needed to grow, it's not going to stay in there long enough for it to grow. So it's kind of like you're washing it out every week and then having to re-moisturize your hair. So that's honestly why I don't think people should wash their hair that often, because especially with Black people, we definitely don't need to wash our hair that often.
Well, that's definitely something to think about. I think we had a nice show. Like, as far as like talking about the healthcare products for our natural hair, we probably will have to do a part 2 or something, because I feel like we can go on and on with this type of conversation, right? So let's see what we got next.
So I guess we're doing minding other people's business now. And the topic for this week is, I don't know if any of you have seen it, but Cardi B sued a vlogger. Her name is Tasha K. Because I guess maybe like a year or 2 ago, Tasha K put out this rumor that Cardi had herpes, I think, and she said it kind of like ruined her reputation, and it also caused her to lose money. It caused her to go into depression and everything else. So I guess the question is, should like online influencers, vloggers, bloggers, whomever, be able to just say whatever they want to about celebrities just because they are celebrities, and they should accept, public opinion because they're out there in the public?
I mean, my opinion on that, well, I'm just going to talk on the celebrity thing in general. So for one, they're celebrities, so they're going to continuously be watched. Like, they put their life on the internet, so it's kind of like it's not really a way for them to get away from people saying something, because you always going to be in the spotlight. So it's kind of like, if you didn't want people saying stuff, I don't think you should necessarily be a celebrity, for one. For two, I honestly feel like people shouldn't say things like what you just said. She said she had no business saying that. That's not her business to tell. And I didn't even know that's what she had said. I just thought I just thought it was something petty. Like, who knows? But with that, I think she should get sued, because then nobody asked her to do that.
So that's the thing, right? I mean, you can say things like, oh, her man be cheating on her, and, la da la da. But when it comes down to like actually putting, certain things on people that you cannot confirm, and even if you can confirm it, like, these people are like, yes, they are celebrities and they put their life out there in the public, but I mean, let's be real, like, they are human. They have real human heart, real human feelings. You like, have some kind of decency and consideration. They have children, you know what I mean? Spouses and everything else.
No question. Did she say, oh, I know for a fact she got this, or was she joking?
She always reports it in a way that's like, well, I was given this information by a very credible source. So they said that Cardi has XYZ. So when you say it like that, and I will say, a lot of times the things that Tasha K talks about, they are true things. So when you have what do they call it, a platform like that, you need to make sure that you are speaking the truth when you are talking, you know what I mean? Especially since people kind of take you serious, maybe like someone who's just starting out, or, doesn't have many followers or whatever, they might be able to get away with saying things like that are not true. But when you have a platform that big and you have that many followers, you need to be mindful of what you're saying.
I agree 100% with everything Takara is saying. Like, if you have a big platform, it makes a whole lot of a difference compared to if you only have like 4 people that are listening to you. And also, some things are just not your business. And I also feel like, why are we in this age where people care so much about what celebrities do? Like, let them live their lives. Like, they're still people. Like, let them have their babies. No one needs to be running around trying to figure out what the little baby picture look like, what the little baby name is, what is going on in Cardi's body. Like, it's her body. Like, why are we not minding more of our own business as a whole in society? So, but it's like Melissa said too, but if they're out there, it's the pros and the cons. Like you're out there, you're putting your life out there and you're putting stuff on Instagram. Like, where is the line where people can't get in your business? You're putting your business out there like too much, more than what people should know. And then when they go past the line, you kind of like, hold up, wait a minute. But you putting it out there too. I can see if it was somebody that was private that don't post a lot, all they post is pictures. But we know a whole bunch of stuff about Cardi already. We know her past. We know everything about her and her husband. We know about, her kid, like all this stuff. She puts a lot of her stuff out there. I think it depends on if the person is private or not.
That's what I'm saying, because nobody would ever make an allegation like that about Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would even try to do that because she don't put her business out like that. So it's kind of like when you're ranting on live to hundreds of thousands of people, it's kind of like, what do you expect? Like my mom just said, where do you draw the line at? Like, you can't tell us some of your business sometimes, and then other times you don't. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, oh, I don't want nobody to know about that, but you tell us everything else. So it's kind of like, that's kind of, I think it can be her fault, and she has to hold some type of accountability for being too open with the public. I'm saying that what the vlogger said was okay at all, because it wasn't, but she does need to hold some type of accountability.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of torn. Like, I agree with y'all 100%, but in the same sense, it's kind of like, for me, it's two things. It's like, yeah, she's putting herself out there, but you got to think about, people are cruel. So if she's out in public, they be like, oh, I know, I want to touch you, you got herpes or something. Like, there's going to be a long lasting kind of effect from random people. And then not only that, I'm thinking about HIPAA laws. Like, that's medical. So where you draw the line is when you dealing with medical stuff. Like, no, person is want to put their business out there and say, just like, what's the guy that died and nobody knew he was sick that played in Black Panther?
Oh,
Chad.
Yeah, Chadwick. So it's like nobody knew. So it's kind of like, you can draw the line when it comes to, because if just a normal person, you could sue somebody if they violate HIPAA. So it's kind of like, I get that too.
I mean, it's kind of like, I feel like people are trying to chase they trying to get the money off of the wrong things, because I feel like right when somebody says something about celebrity, everybody taking a run with it. They don't fact check. They don't do any of that. So it's kind of like, I kind of feel like it's unfair for them to just do that, because they know for a fact people are going to take what they hear and run with it. Like I said, they don't fact check about anything.
And once it's out there, you cannot take it back.
Yep.
And even if they do retract it, it's going to be something small that no one's going to hear or read or even know about.
Right. It will never have the attention that the initial statement had.
And it's kind of like, if you got some type of business or some form of platform, you can get canceled in a second. So you really, really, really have to watch what you say, because people are messy, but they also, I feel like they don't play about some stuff as well. And you will lose your money very quickly going that route.
So did the other lady apologize or anything? Or?
No, they're in court. Like, Cardi is suing Tasha K for millions of dollars.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, in the same sense, you suing, yes, you're going to get the money. But like I just said, it's still out there. So,
but the point is, she's setting a precedent so that moving forward, it's understood that, yeah, you can talk about, my relationships, or I did a bad performance or whatever, but there is a line and you will not cross it.
Yep. And I think that's kind of good, because like Melissa was saying, people are starting to do the most, and like everybody's trying to get famous by telling on celebrities or putting their business out there. So I think it's good about that. Maybe people will calm down with trying to keep up with the Joneses. All right, so
that's true. Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of keeping up with the Joneses, this Jones person, I'm just kidding, her name is not Jones. We got a letter, and she just said, "Hi everyone, I'm officially divorced from my ex. And part of me wants to move on, and part of me thinks it's too early to date. How long do you think I should wait before I start dating again?" What do y'all think?
I think it depends on how long you've been checked out. Like, because I feel like with divorces, you kind of been down with that relationship, and you like, for women, I personally feel like we check out before we actually leave, mentally check out before we leave. So I feel like if she's been checked out for a while, do what you do. Like, don't listen to what other people have to say. If you want to date now, go ahead and just go ahead and do that.
Right. I think it's case by case. And again, whatever you're comfortable with, you know, is what you need to do. I mean, if you feel like you're healed, that's the other thing, right? You want to make sure that you are healed, because even if you're checked out, you know, I imagine, I've never been divorced, but I imagine just having to go through that process takes a toll in itself. So, you know, I would say whenever you're healed, whenever you're full and whole, that would be the best time to start dating, whatever that means for you, whether it's a month or a year or 2 years.
My thing about healing is I don't necessarily think that we're ever going to be fully healed with leaving anything, because I don't know. I just think your new partner is not supposed to be, but there's a, you know, hold on. We might have to cut this, because I don't want to use the word suppose, and I'm trying to go around it. I'm trying to say, basically your new partner, y'all are supposed to work on past traumas and past relationships, like what didn't happen, because you can't unlearn some things. You get what I mean? So I don't think you will ever necessarily be fully healed, because you're going to always have to work on things. You're going to always have to heal forever.
But I guess I'm a little bit on the opposite end of that, because when I think about healing, think about if you got a scratch or something like that. You're healing yourself. So it's not like you're healing the situation, and you know, you got scars, like I got this scarf right here. It's healed. So you might still have scars, you might have memories of the situation, but you can heal. And then what happens is, if you move on too fast, you gonna kind of have that same mentality on the next person, and it's not fair to them, because they're not the one that hurt you. So sometimes you do have to take time out for yourself, because like you said, you do lose yourself. I think Takara said you do lose yourself when you're, you know, especially when you're going through a divorce or something like that. But in the same sense, it's like you forget kind of who you are. You might want to start dressing back up, you know, getting your hair done, do some things for you, and then step out. And I mean, you're hard to tell you when you're ready. If you're ready, and then, you know, this right comes along, hey. But I think sometimes when you move on too fast, it's kind of like a rebound versus the person that, you know, you actually want to be with. You might don't want to be alone.
I still disagree, because, for example, say when I was younger, like throughout my household, we just used to talk over each other. That's all we did. We never listened. This is an example. We used to talk over each other. And so when I get into this new relationship, this new partner, like, nah, we're not doing that. You finna cut that right now. And like, they're going to continuously work on it with me till it's fixed. Like, I don't think nobody's going to go into anything fully healed, because they have to be with the person who's willing to help them out. Because I don't think we can do it by ourselves, to be honest. That's my opinion. I don't think we can do it by ourselves.
Well, I mean,
oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I think it is a process, and I think it's something that's always going to happen. It just depends on whenever you feel like you are ready and you have gotten past all the things that have happened, and you're able to mentally move on for yourself. And don't let nobody tell you when you need to move on. People may say you should move on tomorrow. They may say you need to wait 5 years. Regardless of what they say, they are not you, and you should not listen to them. I also vote for whatever you need to move on, even if that means going to find someone online today, then that's what you should do. Who cares if it's a rebound? If it helps you move on in the moment, then move on. Just know that it's just what you're just know where you're at mentally. So if you're mentally looking for something temporary, then be truthful and honest with yourself. If you know you don't want that, then don't do that. Wait until you're 100% fine and figure out exactly what you're looking for.
I would say, and we're not saying play with people's feelings. So if you're going to do this rebound thing, can we tell people that we're not trying to be in a relationship? Because we don't got time to be playing with nobody's feelings, okay?
Do whatever you want to. Do what you want to. They're going to do it to you. Do what you want to.
Hold on. No, don't do that. Do not do that.
Do what you want to. Do what you want to.
This too, how many, well, I guess some people do want to, because I'm like, in my mind, how many people are ready to settle right back down, especially if you was going through a divorce, but some people be in a relationship before the divorce is even final, so.
Which goes to do what you want to.
Don't.
Well, thank you for sending in the letter, guest. That was fun. Also the minding other people's business was very interesting as well. So Cardi B, good luck with that, because I feel like everybody needs their right to privacy. And we also hope you learn something about the natural hair journey. And if you are on your natural hair journey, let us know what journey you are on, and also send us an email, or on Instagram, you can hit us up and let us know what products you use or what may work for you. You can also hit us up on Facebook and Twitter, or email us at themelanatedopinion@gmail.com. And that's going to be it for today. And thank you for watching.